In this video, I'm going to share with you how to increase your capacity in your business and grow quicker. We're just going to jump right into it. My name is Jesse, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to scale your business. Now, a lot of people think that scaling your business is only just hiring people to help with increasing your capacity. That is only one part of the entire equation. In fact, there are different ways that you can scale your business with small changes. As an entrepreneur for the last 10 years, I've had to learn tips and tricks to being able to increase my business outside of only me doing the task. So whether if you're new in business or you've been in it for a long time, I'm sure that you're going to get something from this video, so stay tuned. First thing you want to be able to do is understand what are your current capacity limits. It can be tempting to just want to throw things on top of a problem, but if you're not clear about what that problem actually is, you may actually make it more difficult for your business to grow because it's just nothing but confusion. So you want to take time to actually think to yourself, what are the things that are limiting my capacity at this very moment? So you want to take time to think about how many clients can I currently take on? How many do I currently have? And where are things not working its best? Those three factors will help you of understanding where your business currently stands so that you can really start to get clear about what are some of the things that can be cleaned up in your business so that you can actually start to scale it. The way that you would go about figuring out this information, especially about how many clients you can take on, take the time to think about with each service that you provide, how much time does it actually take you to do those services, and be clear about the amount of time you actually allocate to your business on a weekly basis. For example, if you take 8 to 10 hours to provide your specific service and you work about 40 hours a week, if it's taking you 10 hours, that means that realistically, you can possibly take on 3 clients a week, but it's not always going to be perfect math, of course, but you do want to take time to really get clear about how much can you actually do in your business, because people often think to themselves, if I just have more clients, it'll just figure itself out. But right now, based off of how you're doing your business, you may not actually have the capacity to take on new clients and still give great service, because you don't want to be one of those businesses that scales and then your service goes bad and then you lose your brand identity and the people that love you begin to not necessarily be fans anymore. The second step is that you want to take time to identify areas that you can increase production and growth. Because you've done the first step of understanding your current production and capacity. Now you want to take time to actually start to think to yourself, what are some areas in which you can potentially improve the efficiency in that production? For example, you may be someone that has people send you DMs all the time for bookings or something that really is not efficient. I'm not going to go into that conversation. I will tag some videos on the importance of having a great contact form, as well as different systems that you may want to implement into your business, because you can be wasting a ton of time on something as simple as keeping your structure for new leads coming into your business. That can save you a lot of time and heartache. So if you may be in a position that you're thinking, okay, I do have the time, but right now I get so wrapped up in doing all of these filler calls and I don't have everyone converting. So I'm so busy getting these calls that quote unquote waste your time, and you're still trying to provide services. A way to improve your productivity and your production can be streamlining your sales funnel. So you want to take time to look at what are some areas that you can improve your growth. Is it maybe improving the way you're marketing your business? Is it on how you're keeping yourself organized? Just take time to figure out how can you improve the areas that you need to grow in. The third step is now evaluating the resources and the costs that are associated to those resources. The second step was, of course, to figure out what are some areas that you can improve your productivity and your growth. but you may not know how to actually do those things. So you want to start to look at, if I need to hire someone, or do I need to buy a specific software? How much is that software? Do I need to go to trainings? And if you're looking for a great training on a system, I am a HoneyBook Pro. I love talking about all things HoneyBook. So if you are interested in coming to one of my free workshops, I will make sure to have the link in the description of this video so that you can register for our next workshop. I do those every 2 weeks, especially starting now going into 2023, to help service-based entrepreneurs with cleaning up their systems and efficiency. But if you are in a position of saying, okay, I know that I need to improve my systems, or I might need to improve how I'm doing my orders, or how we're laying out our deliveries, or improving how we're going shopping for supplies, or when we are needing to actually reorder supplies, all of those things can impact your productivity as well as your capacity. So if you're not sure how to go about doing that, then it's time to start looking into getting resources to being able to support you with those tasks. So if it's a system, if it's a person, if it's a workshop, whatever that is, take time to actually start to evaluate how you can start implementing some of these resources into your business. First step is to implement a plan to help you with scaling your business. You've already taken the time to evaluate where you currently are. You identify where some of the holes are in your business. You started to research what are some of the resources that you can use. Now we're talking about creating a plan. One tip I really want to give you when you're going to start tackling capacity or implementing a plan, you want to be realistic with your current time and schedule capacity, because you don't want to stress yourself out trying to overhaul your whole business within a week, a month, or even a couple of months, depending on how many people are currently working with you, how many clients you currently have. Just be realistic with that plan, because you don't want to burn yourself out or get frustrated and don't even start the process. So when you're implementing a plan, you want to start to think about what are some of the tasks that you can start to change, or processes you want to start changing within your business, and giving yourself a timeline on what tasks need to be done by this specific time. Be honest about how you want to implement this plan. Create a timeline on the tasks that need to be done so that you can start looking into the resources that help you with rolling out those plans. The fifth step is to train any new employees if you have to bring someone on. This is important, especially if you're going to get a virtual assistant or executive assistant, or someone is going to help you part-time. I have talked about this several times. I know definitely on Instagram that it's important to train people on how you want things done in your business, as well as what your business does. I think that often people get discouraged about bringing someone on because we assume that people are going to do things the exact same way we do things, or they process things the same way we process things. Even if you hire a high caliber person on your team, they still need to be trained on your processes, on your culture, on your vision, and how things are going to run, and then they can add value as needed. But if you don't take time to train someone and you still are hovering over everything, then you will find yourself very discouraged about paying someone and they're not getting results, when the reason that they're not getting results or they're not doing anything, unfortunately, may be you. So take the time to train new employees on the tasks that you need for them to do. The sixth step is now to track any results or adjustments that have been made due to your plan that you have implemented. If we're not tracking it, why are we doing it? You don't want to be in a position where you're feeling like nothing's working. I hired this person, I spent this money for this, I changed up this, I got a new website, and then you feel as if nothing is actually progressing. That may not be the truth if you're not actually keeping track of it. So if you're someone that's wanting to improve the amount of leads that qualify into your business, you want to track how many people come to my website, how many of those people are clicking for inquiry. Out of those inquiries, how many people are actually converting? Because if your conversions are low, Is it the marketing that's happening because you may not be doing your best with marketing? Or is it because you may be you're not converting due to the amount of information on your page? There can be different breakdowns, but you want to really stay the course on follow your plan so that you can figure out what actions produces what type of results. When we only focus on results, we can lose sight on the consistency in our actions to produce the kind of result that we want. So take the time to really start to write down what you're tracking, what changes occurred, so that every quarter you can see, by us doing this activity, by us making this change, we can bring on 2 more clients, we can bring on 10 more clients, we can increase our price. You want to be able to really get clear about how well your business is doing, because you don't want to wake up and find out you really just only have a hobby, not a company. And the 7th step is my favorite step, is celebrate your progress. This is important because it's always going to take small steps that are going to get you to the place you want to get to. Because as I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure that your plan is something that is reasonable based on where you currently are. Yes, it would be great to 2x, 3x, 10x our business, but if we don't have the structure or the infrastructure right now, it can backfire, and that can be really detrimental to small businesses. So I do recommend you using the SMART goal method when you're starting to create these plans and create your goals, so that they're realistic for I don't want to say realistic, so that they challenge you, but they're not super easy. There's a happy medium between that. And then you just really just be consistent, so that the first quarter snowballs into the second quarter, that snowballs in the third quarter, and then it snowballs into the fourth quarter. And then now you're in a whole brand new year. But you want to celebrate each and every small step that you're making within your business, so that you're truly being able to see the growth that's going to be occurring. I hope that these tips have been helpful for you, because we're going into a new year. I want for you to be able to see your business grow and for you to hit your goals. You want to be clear about what you currently can do in your business and creating a structure for you to grow into for the next level in your business. This is super important, and if you're finding videos like this helpful, please subscribe to my channel, because I am super excited about the content that's going to be coming out going into the new year. That'll be it. Peace.